Hello students, welcome to the subject of complex variable and partial differential equation. Myself Dr. Ankit Acharya, and as you all know that in last lecture we discussed about analytic function, Cauchy-Riemann theorem, and using Cauchy-Riemann equation how we can find out that function is analytic or not. We already solved two examples, so let's solve some of the other example. So f of z that is equal to sin z, okay, and I want to check that the given function is analytic or not, and if it is analytic also we find f dash z in this case. So first of all, what is my f of z? That is sin z, that can be written as sin x plus iy, okay, and sin alpha plus beta, that can be written as sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. So just we write sin x cos iy plus cos x sin iy, okay, and now because of cos iy, that can be written as cos hyperbolic y plus cos x sin iy, that can be written as I sin hyperbolic y, okay. So first of all, what is real part? Real part, that is sin x cos hyperbolic y, and imaginary part v, that is cos x sin hyperbolic y, okay. And now find out all the partial derivatives. So just we find so imaginary part v, that is equal to cos x sin hyperbolic y. So now we find out all the partial derivative, del u by del x, del u by del y, okay. First of all, we find what is del u by del x. Del u by del x, that is cos x cos hyperbolic y, del u by del y, that is sin x sin hyperbolic y, differentiation of cos hyperbolic y, that is sin hyperbolic y, del v by del x, that is minus sin x sin hyperbolic y, okay, and del v by del y, that is cos x cos hyperbolic y, right. So these two are equal. See, del u by del x and del v by del y. So these two are equal, del u by del x and del v by del y, and these two are also equal, del u by del y, opposite sign, del u by del y, that is equal to minus del v by del x, okay. So CR equations are satisfied here. What is CR equation? Once again I write del u by del x, that is equal to del v by del y, and del u by del y, that is equal to minus del v by del x, okay. So CR equations are satisfied. So clearly this function f of z, that is equal to sin z, is analytic function, okay, is analytic function. So let's find f dash z. What is f dash z? F dash z, that is equal to del u by del x plus I del v by del x. And what is del u by del x? Del u by del x, that is cos x cos hyperbolic y, okay. So this is cos x cos hyperbolic y plus I, what is del v by del x? Del v by del x is minus sin x sin hyperbolic y, okay. So minus sin x sin hyperbolic y, and let's take x is equal to z and y is equal to 0, okay. X is equal to z and y is equal to 0. So what is my answer? F dash z, that is equal to cos z, because cos hyperbolic 0 1, sin hyperbolic 0 0. So clearly you can find out f dash z, that is equal to cos z also. Now next example, some of the example that you can easily find out. So here I will not solve all this example. F of z, that is equal to cos z. So similarly sin z also you can find out this example. Sin hyperbolic z, that is I am giving you one of the hint, that sin hyperbolic z, that can be written as e raised to z minus e raised to minus z divided by 2, and e raised to z, so that's why e raised to x plus iy minus e raised to minus x minus iy and divided by 2, okay. And that can be written as let's write here. So this equal to, I can write e raised to x cos y, okay, cos y plus I sin y, and minus e raised to minus x e raised to minus iy, that is cos y minus I sin y and divided by 2. Okay, so u is equal to e raised to x cos y minus e raised to minus x cos y. U is equal to e raised to cos y, e raised to x cos y minus e raised to minus x cos y divided by 2. If we take cos y as a common term, so in bracket we have e raised to x minus e raised to minus x divided by 2. So that is sine hyperbolic x. So this is cos y sine hyperbolic x. Okay, and similarly v, the value of v, that is e raised to x sine y minus minus plus e raised to minus x sine y plus e raised to minus x sine y and divided by 2. So that can be written as sine y is a common term, e raised to x plus e raised to minus x divided by 2. So sine y cos hyperbolic y. Okay, and from this two function u and v, you can easily find out all the partial derivative. Okay, let's try to write here what is del u by del x. Del u by del x, that is cos y cos hyperbolic x. Okay, and what is del u by del y? Del u by del y, that is minus sine y sine hyperbolic x. What is del v by del x? Del v by del x, that is sine y sine hyperbolic, just a minute here, this is e raised to x. Okay, so this is cos hyperbolic x. Okay, not cos hyperbolic y. So cos hyperbolic x, so that's why del v by del x, that is sine y sine hyperbolic x. Okay, and del v by del y, that is cos y cos hyperbolic x. So clearly you can understand that all the CR equations are satisfied. Del u by del x, that is equal to del v by del y, and del u by del y, that is equal to minus del v by del x. So clearly this function sine hyperbolic z is analytic function, and using that formula f dash z, that is equal to del u by del x plus I del v by del x, you can easily find out the f dash z, that is equal to cos hyperbolic z, that you will get. Okay, now next example, cos hyperbolic z. Similarly we already solved sine hyperbolic z using the same method. You can also solve this example, cos hyperbolic z. Okay, now this is very interesting example, log z. So f of z, that is equal to log z, and what is the value of log z? 1 by 2 log x square plus y square plus I into theta. What is the formula for theta? Theta is nothing but tan inverse y by x. Okay, so u is equal to 1 by 2 log x square plus y square, and v is equal to tan inverse y by x. Okay, and that's why del u by del x, that is equal to differentiation of log, that is 1 upon x square plus y square into 2x. Okay, into 2x. So this 2 will be cancelled out. So that's why this is x upon x square plus y square. Now del u by del y, that is again 1 by 2 2y upon x square plus y square. So this 2 will be cancelled out. So that can be written as y upon x square plus y square. Okay, now find del v by del x. I just write here. Okay, del v by del x, v is equal to tan inverse y by x, and differentiation of tan inverse, that is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So 1 upon 1 plus y by x whole square, and differentiation of y by x with respect to x, so that is minus y upon x square, and that's why this can be written as minus y upon x square plus y square. So del v by del x, that can be written as minus y upon x square plus y square. Similarly we can find del v by del y, that is 1 upon 1 plus y by x whole square. Okay, and into differentiation of y by x with respect to y, so that is 1 upon x. So finally we get x upon x square plus y square. Okay, and clearly you can understand that del u by del x that is equal to del v by del y, and del u by del y that is minus del v by del x. So clearly CR equations are satisfied, this function is analytic, and using that formula f dash z that is equal to del u by del x plus I del v by del x, you can easily find out the f dash z, and the value of f dash z that is equal to 1 upon z. Okay, so that's up to you. Now next concept is Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form, because every time Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form is does not work, because suppose because of Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian form, first of all we have to find out the value of u and v in Cartesian form, and every time it's not possible. Suppose this example z raised to 100. Okay, so in this example is it possible to find out check whether this function is analytic or not using Cartesian coordinates? No, it's not possible. Okay, so because of z raised to 100, so that means x plus iy raised to 100, and when we simplify this term, total number of terms are 101. So it's very lengthy process, very difficult process. So for that definitely we have CR equation in polar form. Using that CR equation we can solve this example. So that's why Cauchy-Riemann equation in polar form, and if f of z that is equal to u plus iv is an analytic function where u and v are function of r and theta. Okay, right, r and theta. So and we know that what is our z is equal to r into e raised to I theta. So this is my CR equation. I write down once again, del u by del r that is equal to 1 upon r del v by del theta, and del v by del r that is equal to minus 1 upon r del u by del theta. Proof is also available, but not so much important, so we will not discuss right now. Okay, but just try to understand this formula, del u by del r that is equal to 1 upon r del v by del theta, and del v by del r that is equal to minus 1 upon r del u by del theta. Okay, so to find out the given function is analytic or not, first of all you have to take z is equal to r into e raised to I theta. Okay, and after that find out all the partial derivative with respect to r and theta, del u by del r, del u by del theta, del v by del r, del v by del theta. Okay, so suppose this is my example, z raised to 100. So let's try to find out all partial derivative. Let's take z is equal to e raised to I theta. So r into e raised to I theta raised to 100. So what is my function? Function that is r raised to 100 and e raised to I into 100 theta. So that's why that can be written as r raised to 100 e raised to I into 100 theta. So cos 100 theta plus I sin 100 theta. Okay, so what is the value of u? U that is equal to r raised to 100 cos 100 theta. Okay, and v is equal to r raised to 100 sin 100 theta. Okay, and now we find all the partial derivatives. So just I write all partial derivative here. So first of all, del u by del r, what is my del u by del r? That is 100. Okay, r raised to 99 cos 100 theta. What is del u by del theta? Del u by del theta that is equal to r raised to 100 differentiation of cos 100 theta, that is sin 100 theta. Okay, minus sin 100 theta and into minus 100, right? Now find del v by del r. So del v by del r that is equal to 100 r raised to 99 sin 100 theta. Okay, and now find del v by del theta that is equal to r raised to 100 as it is, differentiation of sin 100 theta, so that is cos 100 theta and into 100. Okay, so clearly you can see that CR equations are satisfied. What is my CR equation? Del u by del r, that is equal to 1 upon r del v by del theta. First of all, let's check first CR equation. Okay, so del u by del r, that is 100 r raised to 99 cos 100 theta, and del v by del theta, that is 100 r raised to 100 cos 100 theta. If we divide this del v by del theta by r, that is exactly del u by del r, so we can say that del u by del r, that is equal to del v by 1 upon r del v by del theta. And similarly you can check that del v by del r, that is exactly minus 1 upon r del u by del theta. So clearly CR equations are satisfied, and if CR equations are satisfied, this function is analytic, and for that this is my formula to find out f dash z, that is e raised to minus I theta into del u by del r plus I del v by del r. Okay, so that is equal to e raised to minus I theta, okay, del u by del r. So del u by del r is 100 r raised to 99 cos 100 theta, so 100 r raised to 99 cos 100 theta plus I, what is del v by del r? Del v by del r, that is 100 r raised to 99 sin 100 theta, 100 r raised to 99 sin 100 theta. Okay, and to find out the value of f dash z in terms of z, let's take x is equal r is equal to z, take r is equal to z and theta is equal to 0. So the value of f dash z, so the value of f dash z we can find out, so that is e raised to 0, that is 1, 100 z raised to 99. Okay, here sin 0, that is 0, so that's why 100 z raised to 99. Similarly you can find out this example f of z, that is equal to z raised to 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the homework for all the student, because this is a fraction 3 by 2, so for that also you have to use CR equation in polar form. Now next, suppose f of z and f of z bar both are analytic in a domain D, prove that f of z is constant. Okay, so some of the theoretical example that we will prove. Simple example, first of all, f of z is analytic. What is f of z? F of z, that is u plus iv, that is analytic function. Okay, and so that's why CR equations are satisfied. What is my CR equation? Del u by del x, that is equal to del v by del y, and del u by del y, that is equal to minus del v by del x. So call it equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Now f of z bar, that is equal to u minus iv, and that is also analytic function. Okay, analytic function, this is also analytic function, right? So for u minus iv, CR equations are del u by del x, that is equal to minus del v by del y, and del u by del y, that is equal to del v by del x. So this is equation number 3, equation number 4. Okay, and that's why from equation number 1 and 3, okay, from equation 1 and 3, okay, you can easily understand from equation 1 and 3, when we add this to equation, left hand side we have del u by del x, 2 del u by del x, and right hand side we have del v by del y minus del v by del y. So that's why we get 0. So del u by del x, that is equal to 0. And from equation number 2 and 4, okay, from equation number 2 and 4 you can easily understand that 2 del u by del y, okay, that is equal to 0. So we get del u by del y, that is equal to 0. Okay, and del u by del y, that is same as del v by del x. So del v by del x, that is also 0. Now this two term 0, del u by del x 0 and del v by del x 0. Okay, and what is my f dash z? F dash z, that is equal to del u by del x plus I del v by del x, and this two are 0, so 0 plus I into 0, so that is equal to 0. So we can say that f of z is constant, because f dash z that is equal to 0, f dash z that is equal to 0, that means what? F of z must be a constant function. Now this is very important example. Suppose that f of z that is analytic function and mod f of z is constant, okay, then we prove that f of z is constant. So first of all, what is the value of mod f of z? If f of z that is equal to u plus iv, then mod f of z is what? Mod f of z, that is square root of u square plus v square, okay, square root of real part whole square plus imaginary part whole square, okay, and that's why mod f of z is constant. That means what? Square root of u square plus v square is constant. So let's take square root of u square plus v square, that is equal to some constant k. So we can write u square plus v square, and that is equal to k square, okay, and let's take differentiation. This is my equation number 1. Let's take differentiation with respect to x and with respect to y. So that's why we get what is my equation? I just write down once again here, u square plus v square, that is equal to k square. This is my equation number 1, and differentiation with respect to x. So we get 2u del u by del x plus 2v del v by del x, that is equal to 0. Now clearly you can understand that this 2 will be common, right hand side we have 0, so we can directly write u del u by del x plus v del v by del x, that is equal to 0. And similarly when we differentiate with respect to y, we get u del u by del y, okay, plus v del v by del y, that is equal to 0, okay, because 2 will be common and right side we have 0, so you can directly write u del u by del y plus v del v by del y, that is equal to 0. Now use CR equation, because of this function is also analytic function, so we can use CR equation. So instead of this del v by del x, okay, I am changing each and every term here. So instead of this del v by del x, I can write minus del u by del y, okay, and instead of this del v by del y, I can write del u by del x. So just I write here once again this two equation, okay, this is equation number 2, this is equation number 3, and now using CR equation, okay, using CR equations on this two equation, okay, only del v by del x and del v by del y. So u del u by del x, now I can write minus v del u by del y, that is equal to 0, and u del u by del y, instead of del v by del y, I can write del u by del x, okay, that is equal to 0. Now next term is we multiply, okay, first suppose this is my equation number 4 and this is my equation number 5. So we multiply equation 4 with u, okay, and multiply equation 5 with v, and then we add this to equation. So that's why just I write here. So that's why when we add this equation with u, so that is equal to u square, okay, u square del u by del x minus uv del u by del y, that is equal to 0, and we multiply with v. So uv del u by del y, uv del u by del y plus v square del u by del x, that is equal to 0. And now when we add this to equation, clearly uv del u by del y and minus uv del u by del y, that two term will be cancelled out. So finally we have u square plus v square into del u by del x, that is equal to 0. So u square plus v square never becomes 0, so clearly del u by del x, that is equal to 0, okay. And suppose we are taking reverse process, instead of u and v, suppose we multiply equation number 4 with v and equation number 5 with u, and then subtract those two equations, then you will get del u by del y that is equal to 0. Okay, so this is up to you, okay, to prove that del u by del y that is equal to 0. And now we have del u by del x 0, okay, and del u by del y 0. But what is del u by del y? Del u by del y, that is nothing but minus del v by del x. So del v by del x, that is also 0. Okay, so now we have del u by del x and del v by del x, both have 0. So f dash z, that is equal to 0, because f dash z, that is del u by del x plus I del v by del x, and that's why this is 0 plus I into 0, f dash z, that is equal to 0. So that's why f of z is constant. So that's why we prove that f of z is constant. So in today's lecture, just we discuss about some of the remaining example of analytic function. After that, discuss about CR equation in polar form. Okay, so some of the example, definitely you have to find out, check whether the given function is analytic or not. You have to use CR equation in polar form. And after that, we discuss some of the important theoretical example. This is our last example, okay, in today's lecture. Very important example. If f of z is analytic and mod f of z is constant, then we prove that f of z is also constant. Thank you.